could not let the next few weeks go by without checking in with one of our favorite doctors who actually beat lupus and is now on a mission to do the same for others. Dr. Brooke Goldner joining us live now. Dr. Goldner, we adore you. Can I just say that? Every time our team talks about having you on, everyone's like, the doctor who makes the smoothies? And we're like, yes, the doctor who makes the smoothies. So thank you again for joining us. Always grateful to check in with you. We've had you a few times on the show, but for those who are just meeting you for the first time, recap for us maybe a little bit just of your journey with lupus and how you got to be able to get back to the life you have now.
Yeah, thanks so much. I love being here too. You guys are awesome. And now I'm thinking about water slides thanks to that last segment. Yeah, long before I ever had this white coat, I was in that drafty patient gown starting at 16 years old. I had arthritis, I had migraines, and I had rashes, all typical of lupus. But I also, by the time I was diagnosed, was in stage 4 kidney failure. So in order to save my life at 16, I had to be on 7 different medicines, high-dose steroids, and chemotherapy, while also trying to graduate high school and hoping to go to prom. So it was a very difficult life with lupus. And, you know, I'm 45 years old now. So this was about 30 years ago when I was diagnosed. So I lived with it for a long time. With very intense symptoms. By the time I got to medical school, I was having mini strokes. So blood clots were going into my brain, causing double vision while I'm trying to round in the hospital. It's very difficult. And I'm very, very grateful for my family who always pushed me that lupus is something that you have to deal with, but it's not who you are and you can't let it determine your life. So it's part of the reason I kept pushing and kept learning in spite of it. But I'm very grateful that 16 years ago, yes, I was able to develop a nutrition protocol to reverse it. And it's been 16 years that I've been lupus free, had 2 kids, and I am on a mission. I am on a mission to make sure nobody else suffers the way I did. Actually, right after this segment at noon, I'm doing a free Q&A for the public on Instagram and Facebook just to make sure you have questions, let me answer them. Go get your health back.
Well, Dr. Goldner, that's one reason why we just adore you is because you have such a passion for this, right? And I can only imagine, you know, with your own experience, that just makes you that much more, again, passionate about helping others. And so, you know, with that, again, so you've beat this, and I hear one of the keys was actually proper nutrition, right? How did you kind of come to that realization? And so what are some things you've incorporated now into your life to stick with that?
Yeah, and this is a big deal. I mean, over 1.5 million people in the US are diagnosed with lupus right now, and half of them said it took 4 doctors before they got the diagnosis. So this is a really big deal, and it's something that all of us need to know and do, because even if you don't have lupus, this is going to help your immune system function better. So most importantly is what people are missing. We need large amounts of vitamins and minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, and water intake for our immune system to function properly. And most of us don't eat or drink any of that. When I was diagnosed, I was drinking, Diet Coke, because that's what my mom bought, right? So one of the most important things you can do is add those things into your life. And that's why I'm the smoothie lady, because a lot of people don't want to have large amounts of leafy greens like spinach and kale, flax and chia seeds. What do I do with that? So what I've done is I've taught people that if you shove all those leafy greens into your blender, add a handful of flax or chia, put in the fruit you like for flavor, bananas and pineapple and mangoes, add water to that, blend it up, and just drink that. By the end of the day, you are going to nourish yourself in a way that's going to optimize your immune system's ability to function properly. And then the other side of it, of course, is to not get sicker. Most people are eating things every day that are negatively impacting their immune system. So heavy diets and processed foods, saturated fats from meat and dairy all day long, greasy foods, all of those things actually impair immune function and make us sicker. So the more we can eat those fresh foods that you're showing right now, and the less we can eat of the greasy processed stuff, the healthier we get.
Yeah, so very true. I love too just the idea of like throw it all in there, blend it up. It's kind of like how you get your kids to eat stuff, right? You just sneak it in there. We can still do that as adults too. Just sneak it in there and pretend like you didn't throw it in. So all very good.
Yeah, even I found adults have bigger temper tantrums than the kids do.
Yes,
They just put a straw in it, watch your favorite show.
Yes, we think just the kids are the picky eaters, and then you grow up and people are like, I don't like avocado, and I'm like, are you a child? Like what? Anyway, so Dr. Goldner, thank you again for coming on. We always love checking in with you. Recap for us, if you will, where our viewers can stay connected with you. I know you post great recipes as well, so where can we stay in touch and hopefully beat out lupus for everybody?
Absolutely. If you go to goodbyelupus.com, free gifts, you can get all sorts of recipes and information from me. Right now, I have free classes online where you could learn all 6 steps to reversing disease using supermarket foods. And like I said, today, if you go to at Goodbye Lupus on Facebook or Instagram at noon, I'm going to be on live just answering questions for the public. And I always have international audience with hundreds of people all over the world who come just to learn. Because you know what? Your health is up to you. Your doctors are there to help you, but really what affects your health most is what you do every day. So goodbyelupus.com.
Yeah, certainly wonderful. Well, Dr. Goldner, thank you again so much for just the fight that you've taken up for so many people. We need more people in the medical profession like you, so we thank you so much. We look forward to checking back in again soon. Thanks.
Always a pleasure.